Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. If you remember, this little hive right here was a nuke that had been kind of weak, and we've been treating it with mites, 4 mites, which we have all the colonies, and the strength of them is just growing like crazy. I've been going on, like I always do a 4-week straight oxalic acid vaporization, which you can go back in my previous videos and see. And it's been doing great for the bees. What was trying to do, we like to start at 1st of August and oxalic acid vaporize through the month of August, trying to build up strength, get the mite count low, where the bees can have strength, be disease free, as mites can cause diseases and cause your bees to be weak. And at the same time, you know, we had just cut off, for the most part, feeding for the bees and trying to get their strength built up for the goldenrod so they can get their numbers built up going into winter and hatch off some winter bees to get us through the winter. From what I looked at so far, they're doing wonderful. There's a lot of bees in all these hives. This one right here is struggling a little bit, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to help it out. She's laying good. This was actually a swarm that I caught, so it's not that old. If you go back a couple videos where I caught the swarm, and they're building up a little bit, but not as quick as what I'd like. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into a very strong hive and get a frame of pure cat brood, drop in here and build their numbers up. So let's get over and do that. Okay, this is the colony here. It's just a 10 frame. It's a 1 deep 10 frame, but the number of bees in here is crazy high, and there's tons of cat brood in here, and don't think it'd get up to the point of swarming, but it might possibly. So what I plan on doing is pulling out a frame of cat brood. I went through and found the frame that I'd like to pick right here, and I'm going to set the camera down here in a second and look through it real good. Make sure I don't see the queen. I'm going to shake it, but I don't want to shake her off and damage her or take a risk, so let me put it on pause and I'll be right back. Okay, I shook him off. Try to shake him as least as possible. You can see him if I can show on this side. It's got cat brood and a lot of cat brood on both sides. So let's walk through the yard here to that nuke. And then all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop this frame right in here and give him a nice boost. Give him some strength to build up. It's good to go through your hives now if possible and look and see what you got. Check out your situation, because if you possibly do have some weak hives, there's still a lot of time to get them built up. And sometimes, you know, you're still early like this. We can do this without harming the other hives or weakening them too much. So there we go. We're going through each of these, checking them out and seeing these nukes here that I just went through here are really good shape, and they got a lot of bees in them. It even has some 2 framers over here that I'm holding off on, just in the event that I may need a queen. So I'm holding off on those. Those are good queen storage units right there. And that's what we'll do. Here's one of these little 2 framers. They're packed out. And what I'll end up doing with those, you can see my power cord out here was running my vaporizer. What I'll do is probably give them another couple weeks get almost into October, and then I'll try to move those over to a 5-frame and maybe look through the hives again, try to find a donor, and try to get at least a good, decent nuke build up from these and run them through the winter like that. Instead of you can run a 2-framer. It's not ideal because it does okay. We've done different years is different. One year, out of 10, we had 8 survived, but that was rare. Then most of the time, you know, sometimes you may have 3 or 4 survive because they're very small, and you really got to keep up with the resources. A 5-frame, you know, more than double the chance with a 5-frame, and 5-frames do pretty good here in Georgia, but in northern states they may have a little bit more trouble. And the further you go north, you know, then even a 10-frame may have trouble. Then, you know, you have to go to double deeps. But here, you know, single deep 8-10-frame and even nukes do fine through the winter. So that's what we're doing today, just going through the colonies and checking out the situation, what they need. Goldenrod is coming on. It looks really promising this year. We need some rain. The bees are bringing in lots of pollen. You can tell they're bringing in lots of nectar, but we need some rain. But that's about it, folks. I'll go ahead and end this video. I just want to show, you know, get out there, check your bees, make sure you got them prepped coming up through fall into goldenrod. That's about it. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Barnyard Bees.